Hey guys, it's Mrs. Knight with our last science lesson of the year. So this one today is going to be over wavelength. The last one was amplitude, and we're going to talk about the difference between the two. So to start out, I'm on the science tab of our classroom website. We're actually going to scroll down to Amplify Science, click on this link here. I think you guys can log in with Google this time, so just use your Google logins. Otherwise, there is a login information on the classroom website. So when I log in with Google, I'll just use Ty for example. All right, so we are going to make sure that we are on waves, energy, and information. Today we are using the simulation sound waves number 1. So with this simulation, you guys need to make sure that you are also on page 51 and 52. It says investigating wavelength. So here are the directions at the top. It says 1, open the custom sound mode of the sound wave sim. Press play to play a sound, and while the sound is playing, use the wavelength slider to change the sound. Observe what happens as you change the sound. Use your eyes and ears to make your observations, and then use what you observe to answer the questions below. So one more time, I need to, in the sim, click on these 3 lines at the top and go to custom sound mode. So I don't have the instruments anymore. I have this wave right here. Now remember, last time we wanted to change the amplitude and see or observe what happened when we changed the amplitude. But today we're going to mess with the wavelength. So we're going to hit play and we are going to change the wavelength. So remember, we need to use our eyes and ears to observe what is happening. So look at what's happening with the wave here, and with your ears, listen. Is it getting higher? Is it getting lower as far as pitch goes? You can even look at this wave printout at the bottom. So my question for you is, what do you notice about the sound when it looks like this? What do you notice when it looks like this and it's closer together? That's what you guys are observing today. So when we go back to our worksheets, we will answer these questions below. How does this sound change? So as you move the slider, if it gets closer together, how does the sound change? And if it gets farther apart, what happens? As the sound changes, what do you observe about the shape of the wave? So once again, is the wavelength getting bigger or smaller? Is it getting closer together or farther apart? And as you play the sounds in the sim and change the wavelength, look and listen for patterns. So what patterns do you notice? Please make sure you guys write these in complete sentences with a capital and a period. These questions that have a few more lines, maybe come up with at least 2 sentences. I'd really like to see some complete thoughts here. Then on page 52, you just have to answer this one question. Now, once again, this has 6 different lines, so I do want you to try your best to write in complete thought. This could be 2 to 3 sentences. If you truly struggle with that and can't think of anything else, then 1 is fine, but I really want to see your effort put in here since this is your last worksheet of the year. So it says below are the waveforms for 2 sounds, sound A and sound B. Which of the 2 sounds has a higher pitch? How do you know? So tell me sound A has a higher pitch because, or sound B has a higher pitch because I noticed that. Then it says, how do you know? So maybe give me another sentence for that. So once again, finish page 51, 52, upload it to Google Classroom. When you guys are all done with your science work, you are going to turn in your science workbooks at the end of the year so we can use the rest of the pages for next year. So please make sure that you get that done, turn it in, and I hope to see you guys soon.